Hey y'all, what is up? It is your girl Sarah. I hope that everyone is doing well. All right, so just full disclosure, I recorded this a minute ago, and when I went back and checked the recording, it was like a hot mess. So I was just like, all right, let me just do it over. So welcome to everybody who's joining now or might be listening later. Just wanted to give a huge shout out to EduMatch. So definitely check us out at edumatch.org. Check us out also in our Facebook groups. So that group is called EduMatch Fam. You can also find us in spaces like Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, etc., etc., etc. So thank you so much for everybody who's joining. If you wouldn't mind just giving me a shout out, letting me know if you can hear me, see me okay, because the audio was so when I went back and checked on it. So again, thanks so much for being here. So all right, so here's a quick idea that I had. It was a shower gym. You might remember if you've been around EduMatch for a while, then EduMatch started out as a shower gym. And what a shower gym is basically an idea that you have when your mind is at rest. Like maybe you're driving down the street, maybe you're in the shower, who knows? You're not really thinking. And you just kind of get an idea and you want to roll with it. So I had a shower gem about doing a live stream because a lot of us are into AI. You might have seen our community forum back in January where we were talking about artificial intelligence, and there was a lot of interest in that. And I've been interested in artificial intelligence. I've diving in ever since. I would say for a while now, but especially since the new chatbots have come out. So I just wanted to take maybe 10, 15 minutes to go over a tool, and then with that tool, just kind of share implications for how it may work. So we're going to go ahead and kick things off with the very first tool, the one that inspired me to kind of revamp and rekindle my interest in artificial intelligence. The OG, well, it's not really the OG because artificial intelligence has been around since the 50s, but this is the OG of the moment. Today's tool is ChatGPT. Before you go anywhere, I know that many of us are well versed in ChatGPT. We've been using it for a long time, but hopefully there'll be something in here for everybody. So if you're already using it, then maybe you'll find something to level up. I'm going to share some stuff with you that I found out about this morning. I found out about some of the stuff this morning, and it's just kind of already made a huge difference for me. So don't go anywhere, even if you've been using it since December. You might find something here that you like. So I'm gonna go ahead and without any further ado, share my screen. And I hope that y'all can hear me and see me okay. And I'm hoping I'm not sounding like the recording did. But okay, so I'm sharing my screen right now. So the way that you access ChatGPT, a lot of people have asked me, you go to chat.openai.com. Bam, there we are, ChatGPT. The very first time that you use it, it's going to ask you to sign up with like a phone number and an email address and things of that nature. Yes, I see Facebook users saying, love ChatGPT. Me too. So you'll sign up, and then, the free version, it's free to everybody, but there's also a pro version available, which is what I'm currently using. So ChatGPT, I use it for anything and everything. You'll see you probably can't see on my screen, but I'll tell you this podcast, for example, a few minutes before we went live, I went in and I asked it, give me a title, catchy title for a new, very brief live stream. The target audience is educators. I won't read all this to you, but I asked it, to just kind of give me some ideas, and it gave me the very first one. I liked it, AI in a Flash tool for educators, because you might remember, if you've been around EduMatch for a while, our very first logo, I did it myself with like lightning bolts and a heart and stuff. So I was just like, all right, proof of concept, first episode, might as well keep it consistent, keep it on brand. So AI in a Flash, tools for educators. So I then asked it to give me a prompt to create a logo, and it gave me this back. And I went to a tool called Midjourney, which y'all may be familiar with, and we may talk about it on the show in future episodes. But I just copied and pasted it, and you'll see it. If you are watching this visually, then on the top right, there's an icon with a head that's like blue and and all different colors and stuff like that. So that's the logo it generated. And in addition, it gave me some ideas for font types. So I incorporated that in the bottom of the graphic if you're looking at this live. So I've used it for this. I used it today. I used it to give me some stock tips. We'll talk about that in just a second. I used it to give me a meal plan. I've used it for any and everything. I've used it to create like content for courses. I've used it all kinds of things. Faganators in the house. Yes, a Faganator started using Midjourney yesterday. That's so dope. I love Midjourney. Yeah, but there's just so many things that that you can do. So you know, I'm getting back into running. I run super slow, but I'm getting back into challenging myself. So I asked it if I want to do a mile in 13 and a half minutes or less, then what's my treadmill speed? And it calculated it for me. So I know I need to go an average of 4 or 5. And there's just so much. There's emails, there's all different kinds of stuff. So I use it for everything. Okay. So ChatGPT is awesome. Now, let's go a little deeper. Now, I'm going to show y'all what I learned today. So, as I said before, there's a free plan, there's a pro plan. The pro plan is $20 per month. So, I am cheap, but for me, this is worth the cost. And I'm going to show you why. So, the very first, when I opened it up, it gave me the option to go to 3.5, which is available to everyone. And it's dope, it's fantastic, or 3.4, which is even more capable. And, you know, it does even more stuff. It has more bells and whistles. And I've been using Pro for a while, but I didn't even realize just how, like, I was not using it to its full potential. So let me show you what I learned today. So when you go down to your settings and you go to, you know, you would upgrade with your My Plan or whatever. So it's $20 a month. But when you go into your settings, then you can come down here to beta features and turn on web browsing. Web browsing, because one of the great limitations of ChatGPT is that it's only trained up to 2021. But if you turn on this web browsing, then it will look in real time for you and it'll search the internet and give you some current results. So I thought that was dope. I just stumbled across the settings today. And even better, I found the plugin store. So when you go to the plugins, then you can incorporate some third-party plugins. So let me show you a little bit what that looks like. I could, you know, turn on browsing or turn it off, and turn on plugins or turn it off. Okay, so I found a few that I really like. There's only a few plugins in there right now. There's maybe like, I don't know, less than 100. But when you go to the plugin store, then you can find plugins for like really anything. I have one set up for Instacart and Kayak because those are brands that I use. But you can find, you know, the one thing I wish they had was a search. But when I go to all, then I can just kind of scroll through and see all of their different plugins and just click them, one click and install it. Some of them are multiple clicks because you got to log in, but they have Zapier and all different kinds of things. So I thought that that was really dope because once I did that, then I had my plugins I could use. My options, I told you how it helped me find some stocks to buy today. In addition, it lets you create a playlist on Spotify. It didn't work so well for me because I got too specific, so it only gave me like 5 songs. But but I'm sure it works better for other folks. And then there's something called there's an AI for that where it searches databases. I'm excited to use that one because all of these new tools that are available, I'm just like, what else is there? What else is there? So yeah. So all right. So that was the pro. Next thing I want to talk about is a Chrome extension called Superpower for ChatGPT. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. Okay. And because I think I need to share my entire screen right now so that y'all can see this. Okay. So I'm sharing my entire screen. And when I go back here to this window, all right, one extension that I use that y'all might like, this is kind of a rabbit hole. This is called Extensity, and it lets me turn on and off my extensions with the click of a button. But the one I want right now is Superpower for ChatGPT. So I'll tell you the backstory about this. There was one day where I could not retrieve my ChatGPT history, and I was just kind of going nuts because I had planned a lot of stuff that I needed like right then and there. So I was just like, okay, I need something that'll help me export ChatGPT so I can hold on to it. So let me refresh my page, and you'll see it's going to come up right now. And so what it does, it lets you go through and search your conversations. So I can just kind of look in a search. So let me see. So AFRM, that was one of the options that I wanted to buy. So that was really cool. I can find my prompt history. I can find community prompts. I can even export all and it'll save right to my computer. So that is pretty dope. I do love that extension. So you can get that from the Chrome Web Store. Okay, and I'm about to take it off right now. Okay, clicking my extensity. All right, bam, taking it off. Excellent. So that is that Chrome extension in a nutshell. I see a comment came through. Hey, what is up, Tressa? Tressa is here. So peeking in the geek out. Thank you so much. All right. So now the announcement of the day. Another really cool thing I found out is that just dropped, now available. We have the Chat GPT mobile app for iPhone. So Android folks, I don't know if it's out for you. If it's not, just hang tight. But let me share my screen one more time. One more time. Going to celebrate. Hopefully my notifications don't like give anybody a panic attack. Sometimes they do. So trigger warning, if you don't like seeing a lot of email messages, you might want to cover your eyes right now. But yeah, okay, cool. I even skipped that. I bypassed that. You can thank me later. But on the App Store, you open up the App Store if you're an iPhone user, and then it's going to open and do its thing, which is doing very slowly right now. Okay, here we go. And we type in chat GPT. So there have been a lot of apps on here that have been powered by chat GPT, but this is the first official one. And the way that you know that it's the official real deal is by the logo. It's the same logo as chat GPT. It's the same company that makes chat GPT, OpenAI. So you can open this, and once you do, then if you have GPT 3.5, then then you'll be able to select that, or GPT-4, whatever. You even have access to your history and your settings, and you can make like a new chat and stuff like that. Okay. In addition, then you'll at the very bottom there is a place where you can do voice typing, and it will let you kind of voice chat into Chat GPT. There's also a Chrome extension that does that. Can't remember the name of it right now, but that's pretty cool. I like the option of being able to talk into it, and it just literally uses my voice. So, for example, if I were to say, what is the best way to clean a pacifier that fell on the ground? I don't know. That's just the first thing that came to mind. So when I do that, then it's going to process and I can edit it. I don't necessarily need this very last part in. But I just spoke that, and then I can hit send, and then it'll do its thing. There we go. And it tells me what to do. So that is also really cool. So there's a Chat GPT mobile app. I posted about it a little earlier on Facebook, and somebody made the comment that it's smoother than just doing it from Chrome on your phone web browser. So that is AI in a flash for today. Call to action, please join us. If you're not already a part of the Facebook community, we are EduMatch fam. You can find us on edumatch.org. In addition, you can find our books at edumatchbooks.com. You can find our foundation at edumatchfoundation.com. Let's see, what else? There's something I'm missing, but like, subscribe, share, subscribe to our YouTube and to our different podcasts and things of that nature. And hope to see you back here again soon. Like, I'm thinking that the next episode will likely come out Tuesday around this time. We'll see. And I'm talking about the live version. I might also podcast it, but yeah. But I'm gonna shoot for Tuesday around this time. So hope to see y'all there. Thanks so much for joining in. All right, bye, y'all.